Good morning, Bitcoiners. Welcome to the channel Bitcoin for Me Immortal, where we're going to talk, like always, about Bitcoin, cryptocurrency, technology, and the future. This is not financial advice, of course. This is education and entertainment. Bitcoin for Me Immortals is also a book that is available at Amazon. There you go. That's the one. Okay, let's have a look at the market. Today is Saturday. Market are usually quiet during the weekend, and yeah, this weekend is very quiet. Bitcoin is flat, 48,000. Nothing to say about. Nothing to talk about. It's I think the market is waiting for something. The whales are still playing games. We could expect anything to happen on Monday. I don't know if it's going up or it's going down. Nobody knows. But in the long run, this is going up. This is clearly artificially. The price for Bitcoin right now is artificially low. Simple as that. I cannot predict the price in a week, in a month, but in the medium and long term, Bitcoin is going up for sure. Because the demand keeps growing. Institutions, funds, investors, people, countries, they keep buying more and more Bitcoin, and the supply is very limited. Why doesn't it reflect straight away in the price? Because they don't buy from exchanges. They buy from OTC. OTC is over the counter. So let's say miners produce 900 Bitcoins a day, and if you go there and buy this 900 every day from them, that wouldn't be reflected in the price. In the price is only reflected what happens at the exchanges. At the exchanges, it's about 2 million Bitcoins available, and when people go there to buy, that increases the demand and the price goes up. But even when institutions buy over the counter, eventually it will reflect in the price. Eventually it might take a few weeks or even months, but there's no other way that the price is going up. Ethereum is flat, Binance is a little bit down, Solana is a little bit down, Polkadot is green. It's one of the few. Luna is 10% down. Maybe it's a good opportunity to enter. What else? It's mostly flat, really. Nothing special about this market. Anyway, today I want to tell you about one piece of news that we have is the total hash rate keeps increasing, and we are now at all-time highs. Total hash rate is the power, the processing power of the miners. How many miners there are, how much computing power they have, and the more hash power, the better for the price of Bitcoin. This is going hand in hand. It's proportional. Just by looking at the hash power, we can predict the price of Bitcoin. Now we are at an all-time high. That means that we will soon reach an all-time high in price as well. As you can see from 2019, that's the hash power kept growing exponentially, and we had this big dip that was due to the China ban. The China decided to get rid of the miners there, but since then we've recovered. We have recovered very quickly, and now we are near the all-time high. So this is very good news. Eventually it will be reflected on price. So this is bullish for Bitcoin. Another piece of news is that Miami mayor is going to take 401k retirement savings partly in Bitcoin. He wants to earn his pension in Bitcoin, and who can blame him, right? I want my pension in Bitcoin as well, and you should too, because pensions all over the world are doomed. There's not enough money to pay your pension. All the money that they promise you, whether you have a private pension or a public pension, there's no way they can produce the money they promise you. It just the maths doesn't work. There's just too many people retiring, not enough young people contributing to the social security. The pension plans, the private pension plans, investing in the stock market, and the stock market usually goes down, and they take away a lot of commissions and this and that. I got a pension, and it's very, very disappointing. Very, very disappointing. At the moment, it's like I wish I could withdraw the money right now and put it in Bitcoin, but they don't let me. We will talk more deeply about pensions one day. Another thing, there's a small city in Brazil that has decided to allow people to survive just by using Bitcoin there. For example, every commerce, every bar, restaurant, shop is accepting Bitcoin as a form of payment. You can pay with Satoshis there. And this is attracting tourism, and they are also doing projects, similar, side projects like with NFTs, with blockchains, and this and that. This is very similar to what happened in El Salvador 3 years ago. In El Salvador, they had a beach called El Zonte, and in the beach, they started. It was like a project developed by an American guy. He went there and convinced all the shops to accept Bitcoin for a while, and the experiment went so well that I'm pretty sure that was the inspiration for Bukele, the president, to adopt Bitcoin as the legal tender in El Salvador. So now the same thing is happening in Brazil in a small place. So I wouldn't be surprised if in 1 year or so the president of Brazil decides that Bitcoin is legal tender in Brazil, and Brazil is a much bigger country than El Salvador. So that would be really good news. Anyway, I just want to tell you. One thing I wanted to say today, I wanted to explain to you about exponential growth. I think most people are not prepared to understand what it means to grow, that something grows exponentially. We're used to linear thinking, linear growth, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And exponential growth is 1, 2, 4, 8, 16. So very different. Obviously, exponential growth is much faster, but you don't realize how much faster it is. And let me show you an example. This is a piece of paper. I can fold it once, and it's thicker. Twice, and then it's thicker. 3 times, thicker. 4 times, even thicker. 5 times. It's quite thick now, right? Can you see? Okay, that was only 5 times. If I keep folding this piece of paper and I fold it 50 times, how thick will it get? I'm gonna give you 10 seconds to think about this. Okay, did you get your answer? Well, the answer is the distance from the Earth to the Sun. That's the distance. And if you believe it, do the maths. You can do the maths. The maths are here actually if you want to do. It's done here. It's actually 112 million kilometers. Actually, I don't think it will reach the Sun, but it gets close enough. That is, exponential growth is like that, and we don't get it. We just don't get it. That's why most people don't get Bitcoin, because you think, no, Bitcoin is gone from 1 to 2, and then from 2 to 4, but that's too slow. Blah blah. This is a general exponential curve. it goes. Let's say that this is years. For the first 5 years is flat. It's practically flat. And then 10 years go by and it's increased slightly. 15 years, nothing. Almost 20 years. Yeah, okay. It's done at 3x maybe. 25 years. Oh my God, this is growing fast. And 30 years. Oh my God. You see, this last 5 year period has done a lot more than all the other 25 years combined. That is exponential, and our brains are not prepared to understand this. What examples do we have about exponential technologies, exponential growth? Well, we have the internet, we have Google, we have WhatsApp, we have Facebook, we have the virus. Bacteria and viral infections are exponential as well in growth. So there you go. And what else is exponential? Well, Bitcoin is very exponential. Right. This is an example of exponential growth, comparing how the white line is the internet growth from 1992 to 2006. It was less than 10 million people using it. From less than 10 million people using it, went to 1 billion using it in 2006, and now it's probably 3 billion or something. Right. Well, but Bitcoin in red is following exactly the same kind of pattern, and it's even faster because as you can see, is above the internet growth. So from 2016, it's growing faster than the internet did from 1992. So if it goes growing like this, more or less parallel to the internet adoption rate, it will reach 3.7 billion in 2030, which is only 8 years away. That is it. That is an example of exponential. And you might say, well, but the past doesn't equal the future. We don't know. Maybe people are gonna get bored of this and it's gonna drop to zero. Yeah, whatever. It's true that the past doesn't equal the future, but if you understand why it has gone from 0 to 150 million, then you will understand that it's very likely they will keep growing and growing and growing. It's gone from 0 to 150 because it provides a lot of value for a lot of people. It's the best store of value ever. It's a great safe haven against inflation, and it's just there's no other alternative there. Nothing is competing with Bitcoin. Gold is not competing with Bitcoin. Real estate is not competing with Bitcoin, and any of the other altcoins are not competing with Bitcoin. They are competing for other niches of business, but none of them are trying to become a store of value. Only Bitcoin is. Bitcoin is the new gold, and people need a safe place to put the money, and they don't want to lose money with inflation, like we explained yesterday in the video. If you missed it, go and have a look. Inflation is stealing your money. Inflation is a silent thief and a hidden tax. So you need to put your money in a place that grows faster than inflation. Otherwise, you are poor. You become poorer every single day, every single year. So this is all I want to say. Exponential growth is very important. It's very difficult for you to understand it. It's very difficult for me to understand it. It's very difficult for everybody to understand it. We grew up, we developed as human beings in the savannah, catching rabbits and apples, and that was not exponential at all. But with the internet and with technology, everything becomes exponential, and we must understand exponential growth, otherwise we are going to be in deep trouble. Anyway, that's all I have to say for today. Remember to subscribe, notification bells, share and comment, and I will see you on Monday. Have a nice weekend. Bye bye now.